Hope everyone had a good Christmas. Good to have a break. Time to get stuck back into some jobs today though. Trim that actually. Because, yeah, I haven't done much for the last little bit because I've had a break. Anyway, let's do it. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. Right, so quickly before we get into this video, I just want to quickly talk about, some of you guys may have noticed, I've actually just updated my website. So lots of changes coming into place. Now there's a few reasons why I've done this. Is one, because the company I was originally selling for has actually closed down and merged into another company, and a lot of the products I was selling aren't going to be available in the future. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity to make a change in the business, make things a little bit better for my customers like you guys. So now we're going to have tracking numbers, which we never had. Everything's going to be automated, and just a new range of products, some stuff with my branding, and just a lot more flexibility in what I'm doing. Now this obviously means that I'm going to lose a few products that I used to have, which I used to love. So thanks to the guys at Plant Doctor for supporting me over the last couple of years. Unfortunately, my special mix is not going to be on the website anymore, but still available at Plant Doctor. Feel free to support those guys. Really thankful for what they've done for me the last few years. Thank you so much to Turfmate as well for helping me out with lawn levels, and also to Globe and Amgrow and New Turf for helping me out with products like the 2-spec range, Inoculate, over the last couple of years. I really do appreciate how much help those guys gave me and helped me kickstart what I'm currently doing. So one of the main reasons I'm excited about this new change is, one, because I get to make my own formulations in the future if I want to. A lot of customization in all those areas like that. We're going to be able to do some soil tests in the future, possibly jump into New Zealand in the future. Keep an eye out for that. Hopefully we can get that thing sorted. And just, yeah, a lot cheaper shipping in metro areas, because we're going to be coming out of one warehouse, instead of 3 like I previously was. And I was just, in all honesty, it wasn't working out customer-wise, because for you guys, because I was shipping from 3 different warehouses, and sometimes things would get lost. They'd come in separate packages, and it just was really hard for me to keep up with. So doing all this too, because it's all going to be automated now, instead of me manually putting in the orders to each warehouse, it should all be automated. So now I'm going to be, hopefully, well I will be, cranking out some more videos, doing more live streams, because I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands to get all this done. Now obviously I've been a little bit slow lately with getting back to people in emails and messages online, because I've been building this new website for the last 8 weeks, so it's been really hard for me to keep up with everything. That's why I've jumped back to 1 video a week, and we should have a good kick-off to the new year, and things should be streamlined and running so much better. And I'm also going to be making some new lawn plans that suit this new website as well. For the guys that want to jump across and support me on this, I really appreciate it. If you don't, and you want to keep buying your product where you have been, not a worry at all. That's the thing. I want you guys just to hopefully get advice from these videos, and hopefully it helps you guys really improve your lawns in the long run. That's the main goal of all of this. And if you guys want to buy a product off me to support me, that's fine, but you do not have to. Anyway, let's kick in again into this kayak. Lots of stuff going on with it that I need to sort out over the next little while. So today we're going to get it tidied up, and I'll show you what's going on. So as you can see, lawn's looking pretty decent, looking pretty good. It's filled in quite a lot, apart from where the dog had a little bit of a dig and where my sand is just there. Cheeky little dude. But apart from that, it's all filling in along these areas just here where we re-top dressed. Down the bottom here is even starting to fill in. As you can see, even just here is starting to fill in as well. So it's really improving bit by bit. Now we've got some issues with paspalum. As you can see, I'll show you guys what paspalum looks like. So this is some paspalum here. Now this stuff has snuck through because we put our barricade down, our pre-emergent, then we did an absolutely crazy reno, probably a harder reno than I normally would do. So I should have technically put another half dose down of barricade to stop this stuff coming up again. So there's not much of it. There's probably 5 plants, which isn't that bad. What I'm going to do is paint this with some non-selective herbicide, if you know what I'm getting at. And that's all we're going to do, is just do it with a paintbrush. So we isolate these areas just here. I mean, technically we could pull it out, but it's just so big. The thing is with Paspalum, it just gets such a big, it's got such a massive taproot that it is just really hard to get rid of. It might even take 2 to 3 applications of that non-selective to really knock this bad boy out. We've got some marshmallow weed here. You can see that just there. So that'll get knocked by basically any broadleaf herbicide that you're going to use. And then we've also got some clover in a couple of spots and a little bit of oxalis as well. So here's the clover, just here. So that's some clover. And then we've also got, I can't remember where the oxalis is, but there is some oxalis here somewhere. Oh, and just for you guys to know, that is Paspalum seed head, just in case you didn't know what Paspalum was. Hopefully that's in focus. So that's just some seed head that's formed from a plant like that one just there. Yeah, as I said, just a couple of different weeds here and there, a bit of thistle, bit of this and that. This is all going to be pretty easy to get rid of, apart from the Paspalum. Always your grassy weeds are a pain in the bottom to get rid of. But today we're not going to be focusing too much on the weeds. I just want to tell you guys what my ideas are. So today what we're going to do is we're going to give this a mow, tidy it up, and then probably at the start of next week, so 3 or 4 days after I've mowed it, we'll put down some herbicide on this, and then I'll get those spots with some selective herbicide as well, where the Paspalum is. But for now, I'm going to give it a mow, tidy it up, because we're about to go on holidays very soon. So I want to get that done, then I want to get that weed killer out, and then I want to get some plant growth regulator onto this and the rest of the property as well, which is probably what I'll be doing next week. I've got some stuff to do, man, but it's good, I'm excited. But let's just tidy this thing up. when you miss a spot like that. Why? And like that too. Come on. So you guys can probably tell we scalped that lawn. Now I'm excited about that. It sounds a bit ridiculous, but I didn't explain to you guys before I did the cut. But obviously because I had a break over Chrissy, just trying to get the website organised and done. The grass got a little bit overgrown out the front because it had no primo on it or some plant growth regulator. So when you want to real mow grass, it's not ideal to let your lawn get long and then cut it long again, because we want to keep it nice and low. So what I did there was basically reset my height of cut so that when I use it next with the reel mower, we're going to cut it off nicely. So what that means is, so for example, say if your lawn, say you wanted to get your lawn lower, like you're aiming to get your lawn at about 10 mil or something like that with a reel mower. Instead of like bringing it down a little bit by a little bit by a little bit, what I recommend you do is scalp it back below that 10 mil. So scalp it down to like 7 to 6 mil if you can, and that'll make the lawn be cut at a lower height, cut into your crowns a bit, and your leafy grass will actually shoot from that 6 mil instead of shooting from a higher height. So that means when you start cutting at 10 mil with your cylinder mower or your reel mower, you're actually going to be cutting into some fresh leaf blade and cutting it off nicely and not cutting into the crown, which is what gives it that scalped yellowy look. So we scalped that today because we need to do that so that we can get the reel mower back on this. So I'll cut it up a little bit higher next time we cut with the reel mower. So it goes to show where the high spots are on this lawn too. Good way to see sometimes. See how much we scalped in just here? That is super duper high. Like, really has scalped into that, and around it you can see it hasn't basically even scalped at all. Which is fine. With a cylinder mower, it's not really going to matter if you have humps and undulations like that. Your mower is going to sort of follow that. You just want to get rid of the really intense dips and basically holes in your lawn. I'm not stressed about areas that are high like that, because the cylinder mower will go up and follow obviously the undulations in the ground here. Everything they do on the golf courses with fairways and stuff like that, and even greens when you're cutting it like 3 mil. You know what I mean? You still got undulations on greens. You're still going to be fine with a cylinder mower. I think that's a misconception a lot of people have, is you have to have this perfectly flat lawn. Not the case at all. Definitely not the case. You just need to get rid of those big dips. Like for example, there's probably, that dip just there it's probably a little bit too big. You probably can't see it on camera. It's not crazy, but it's probably a good inch below that section just there. So see, it's a bit darker green. So yeah, you want to get rid of spots like that. So it needs a little bit of a top dress. There's like a little bit of a trench there almost through that area just there. The lawn, even though we've scalped it, is looking good. We've had some good rain recently and it's looking quite tidy still. Thanks guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to Adidas and Darren Lowe at Adidas Golf for sending me, mate, you're a legend, sending me some Adidas gear with like my logos and stuff on it. It's not available as merch, sorry guys. It's just a little thing they did for me, which was just awesome. But yeah, we do actually, on the new website, we do have merch back in stock as well. Stubby holders will be in the next 2 weeks. We've got hats, bucket hats, shirts, stickers on their way there now. So stuff's back in stock guys, so make sure you check that out. Anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Do you guys have a good week? What do you reckon, buddy? It still looks nice even though we scalped it, eh? What do you reckon? I reckon you love it no matter what. Yeah. Yeah, scratch that.